Balloon bouquets are a fun and inexpensive alternative to traditional gifts, and if you stock up on the materials you need, you can whip one up at a moment's notice without even having to leave the house. To make the flowers, you will need balloons and a balloon pump. And for the vase, you will need cardboard, wrapping paper, paper bag, optional, tape, and scissors. Let's start with the vase. First, find a piece of cardboard and cut it about 12 inches tall and 18 inches wide. Roll the cardboard along the corrugated edges and curl it into a cylinder, making sure that you crease it enough to make it look nice and round. It should be about the size of a toilet plunger. Tape it together with packaging tape inside and outside of the seam. Place the paper bag into the cylinder and tape it to the bottom. Wrap the cylinder like a gift. You will want to completely cover the bottom with the wrapping paper, but leave the top open by tucking the wrapping paper behind the paper bag. Secure with tape. Now we are ready to make the flowers. Choose 2 balloons, one for the stem and one for the petals. Keep in mind the stem color will also be the center of your flower. Let's start with the petals. Grasp the base of the balloon that you've chosen for your petals. Blow it up all the way with the balloon pump and then deflate it. This will stretch it out and make it easier to use. Blow it up again and leave a portion of uninflated balloon at the tip, about 3 to 4 inches or about the size of a Star Wars prune face action figure. Knot the balloon and tie the ends together. Squeeze the balloon so that the uninflated portion is now filled with air and is evenly inflated from tip to tip. Press the sides together and grab the halfway point at the top. Hold one side and twist the other side so that there are now 2 equal sections. You will now need to separate this into 3 smaller equal sections. If you are not able to accurately guess, then you can bend the balloons into shape to help you guess where you need to make both of the twists. Twist each section. You will need to hold on to all the sections while you twist, or it may come undone. Once you have finished twisting, you will have 3 equal sections. Stack these sections on top of each other. Grab both sides, placing your fingers around each end. Push together the 2 sections and hold it tight with one hand. You now have 3 petals on the right and 3 petals on the left. Now you have to twist these 2 groups of petals to lock them into place. I know it's scary, but you can do it. Just do it. Now you have a beautiful 6-petal flower, if it didn't pop. Now it's time to make the stem. Do not uninflate and reinflate the stem balloon. That would make it too flimsy and flexible. You need this balloon to be strong and firm because it's going to hold up your flower petals. Blow up the balloon you've chosen for the stem, leaving a portion of uninflated balloon at the tip. I like to leave about 4 inches or the size of an Adipose fat blob from Doctor Who. Knot the balloon and choose where you want the leaves to be. I usually choose somewhere towards the top. Make a twist at the section you want your leaf to start, and below that, make another twist where you want it to end. And do the same thing again right below that for the second leaf. And make sure the 2 sections are even. Twist the first section together to make one leaf, and twist the second section together to make the other leaf. Now you have a stem and 2 leaves. You now need to make a tip at the top of your stem to insert into the center of your flower. You can either make it a bobblehead tip or a rounded tip. For a bobblehead tip, you need to squeeze some of the air into the tip, leaving a section of uninflated balloon right below it. I like to make a knot right under the inflated portion of the tip so that it will stay inflated as time passes. This will give the flower more movement if it's touched or if it's in a breezy area. For the rounded tip, you take a small portion at the end and twist it. Squeeze the section together to make a ball and tie a knot around it. This style will look more like a round ball and has a more firm hold that does not move around as easily. Once you finish your stem, slip it between the petals of the flower until it's in the center. You have now completed your flower. Make about 4 or 5 flowers until you fill up your vase. Spray it with your favorite fragrance if you want to add a little something extra to your bouquet.
Warning.
Some balloons can cause
An allergic reaction
to those who are sensitive to
latex. Adult supervision is required.